We start with file handling. I hope the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, why do we need files? Okay. So suppose you have amount of data, like we write programs. We have written a lot of programs in C language also, in Python also. So whatever data we write into our programs, all those data are temporarily stored in main memory when we try to execute the program.
Yes, sir.
But suppose there are some data which we want to store permanently on our storage. Okay, permanently on our storage. So we can categorize data on the basis of volume. Like for example, suppose we have a small volume of data. Okay, or suppose we have large volume of data. And suppose we have huge volume of data, for example. Okay, like here we can say, like for example, records of say students of MCA, a small volume in comparison. Okay, here we can say we have to maintain records of all employees of PSIT. Okay, and here we can say maybe records of all Facebook posts or say Twitter tweets, like this. Okay, so these type of data we have. So records, because there are millions of Facebook posts in a second, there are millions of tweets on Twitter in a second. Fine. So these type of data, suppose we have categorized the data into 3 categories based on the volume. So for a small data, it's always better to use file. Okay. For large volume of data, we go for databases or DBMS. And for these type of data, there is a concept which is called big data. So depending upon the volume of data, we'll try to store, manipulate, and access our data using either file handling or database management system or big data. So right now we are going to concentrate on file handling. Suppose we have to manage a small amount of data, we have to write some data on file, then we have to extract some data from file. So these type of all the data we will handle using file handling. One thing. Now files can be of 2 types. We categorize generally in 2 types. One is text file, okay, and other is binary file. So text file is simple text file that you are understanding, like .txt, .doc, etc. Every other type of file is a binary file, like video file, your MP4, images, etc. These are binary files. So basically, images are also stored in the sequence of 0 and 1s in computer system. Similarly, video, similarly, music files. These are all binary files which are stored, right? So 2 types of files are there: text file and binary file. So we'll learn how to handle both the files in Python. If you are using a text file, how can you open the text file? How can you close the text file? How can you read from the text file? How can you write from the text file? And similarly for binary files. Okay. So we have now, what are the basic operations that we can perform on a file? First of all, we can read from a file, we can write from a file. This is only 2 basic operations that we can perform. You can read, you can write. Whether you are writing from beginning, whether you are writing from a particular position, whether you are writing from an end. So either you can read or you can write. Okay. So we have read, write, main 2 operations that can be performed on a particular file. So we'll see how to read, how to write from both binary file also and text file also. Okay. Before that, before reading and writing, what you need? You need to open the file. Before reading and writing, you need to open the file. So if you are not able to open the file, then you are not able to read and write the files. So there are various opening modes of the file for text files and as well as binary files. So first we'll see what are various opening modes for text files. Okay. So these are 7 opening modes for text files: R, W, A, R plus, W plus, A plus, X. What is the meaning of each? R means
Read a file.
read. Okay. W means write.
Write a file.
Okay. A means
Append.
append a file. R plus means
Right.
read and
And
write.
write.
So first you will read, then you will write.
Right.
Okay. Similarly, W plus means
Write and read.
write
Write
and
and
Read.
read.
Write and read.
X means
Append and write and read.
A plus means
Append.
And
append
then
and
write.
read.
Read.
Read and write.
Okay. And X means
Execute.
create a new file if file exists.
exclusive.
Exclusive.
These are the modes for text file. These are different type of modes in which you can open your text file. So suppose you want to only read text file, you can use R mode. If you want to write only, then you can use W mode. If you want to append means writing from the end of the file. Then you can use the A. If you want to read and then write, you want to read the file and then write some content, then you can use R plus. If you want to use write and then read, then you can use W plus. A plus means first you will append, then you will read, and X means exclusive. Now, what is the meaning of all? What is the behavior of file when you open the file in different modes? Like for example, read is the default mode. Even if you are not opening, not providing any mode for the file, it is going to open in the read mode. What is the syntax for opening the file? For opening the file, we have a function called open. Okay, and this open we give file name with path, comma, mode. Okay, and we write it like f is equal to open. See here. Like this. So f is called a file pointer object. F is, it is a file pointer object. So f will take care of it. It means that whatever file you are opening, you can access that file using f. So like I'm using this cursor, you can see my cursor. So simply you can understand f as a pointer which will point to every character of the file. So file name with the path where your file is stored, and the mode of file. If you are opening in read mode, then what will happen? If file exists, it will be opened. Otherwise, you will get file not found error. If you are opening file in write mode, then if file exists, then content will be overwritten. Remember, if you are going to open your file in write mode, then if file exists, the content will be overwritten. If the file exists, the content will be overwritten. Else, new file will be created. So if we are going to open file in W mode, then if file exists, the content will be overwritten, else new file will be created. Okay, if you are going to write the file in append mode, so if file exists, content will be appended. Content will be appended. Appended means added at the last, added at the end of current file. Content will be added at the end of the current file. Else, file created. Okay. R plus mode, I already told you, read plus write. So first, if the file exists, it will open. You will read the file and then you can write on the file. W plus mode means if the file will exist, then content will be overwritten. Remember, if the file exists, then content will be overwritten. New content you will write and then you will read that content. So if you see the R plus mode, R plus mode means first read the complete file and then write. It means it is working like append. Because in append, we can add the content at the end of the file. Just wait for a minute. Hello? Sir, in class mein hai ji. So what I was telling, like this Alt+ mode is what? Suppose this is the file. This is the file. So if I open this file in Alt+ mode, suppose it will read. It will read till here, and then it will start writing the content. Okay. So after read, then write. It means nothing will be lost. No content will be lost. Whatever content is there in the file, it will remain safe. Why? Because I will start reading from here and character by character. After reading, I will reach the end and then I will write. So this is the Alt+ mode. In W+ mode, first I will write. So I will start writing, start from here. So this content will be overwritten. This content will be overwritten. And after that, I will read this content. Fine. A+ mode is append and read. So first you will append and then you will read the content from the beginning. And X mode is exclusive mode. It is used for write mode. But what is the use of this X mode? It is used for writing the file. Now, what is the difference between X and W mode? Remember, in W mode, what happens? If file don't exist, new file is created. First thing. And if file exists, content overwritten. Okay. But in X mode, remember, if file exists, you will get an error. Which error you will get? File exists error. Is it clear, class? In exclusive mode, a file on every time a new file is created, no existing file is overwritten. Okay. In exclusive mode, new file is created, no existing file is overwritten. So remember what are different mode? R mode, if file will exist, it will read the content, otherwise error, file not found. Write mode, if file exists, content will be overwritten, otherwise new file will be created. Append mode, if file exists, then add the content at the end of the file, otherwise a new file is created. Alt+ mode, it will open the file, first it will read the file and then at the end it will start writing. W+ mode, open the file, first write, then read. Append mode, append the content, then read. X or exclusive mode, if file exists, it will give error. Only you can create a new file and then write over it. Is this clear, class?
Exclusive का? If file exists,
If file exists, it will give you an error. Exclusive mode will only work if file does not exist. Exclusive mode will always only work if file does not exist. It will create a new file and you can write on that. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't worry, I will share the recording also, but be attentive. So I hope this is clear. Fine. So exclusive mode
sir.
means the file, or every time a new file will be created and you write on it. If the file exists, then it will throw you an error. Now we'll see demo of each of the mode and how to read write on the file. Fine. So before we start, just remember two main functions. First is open, which you use to open a file. I've already told you, file name with path and mode. And other is close, which you use to close a file. Open file, close file. And there are various file attributes also. Okay. So we'll see each of these. So I'm sharing my screen. Just wait. Hope this ideally is visible. Is it
Yes,
visible,
sir.
class? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, you have to create a file. Then only we can, open it, read it, or write it. So where do you want to create a file? You can create a file in a specific, directory, or you can create a file in the working directory. So this is my working directory. See carefully. I am going to create a file here. Okay. Mute yourself. Otherwise, I will remove from the meeting. Only unmute when you have to ask questions. Naina Tiwari, will you mute yourself or not? And rename yourself Akash Saini. Okay. So I'm going to create a file. Simple file. I'm giving it a name like suppose ABC. Okay. Text file. Okay. So where is ABC? This one. Suppose I'm writing here. Okay. So this is my file. Now I'm going to create a Python file demo. Okay. So first of all, what I have to do? I have to open a file. F is equal to open my file name abc.txt, comma, I'm opening in read mode. Okay. abc.txt, I'm opening in read mode. So there are several file attributes. So let's check those out whether I have done correctly. My file is open or closed, or what is it is readable, writable, whatever it is. Print f dot name. Okay. Then print in which mode I have opened. So f dot mode is file closed. So I can check whether my file is closed or not. So f dot closed. So I will check whether my file is readable or not. F dot readable, and I will check whether my file is writable or not. F dot writable. So see what are the file attributes. F dot name will give you the name of the file. F dot mode is going to give you mode of the file. F dot closed will tell whether the file is closed or not. So it is a Boolean value. Similarly, F dot readable, it will return true or false based whether file is readable or not. F dot writable will again check whether the file is writable or not. Okay. So now I'm going to run it. abc.txt. Okay. Path is not correct. Let me give the correct path here. It's better. I will create a file in C directory. Just wait for a second. it is like C demo slash abc.txt. Okay. See this. So what I've done, I've created a directory in demo named in C drive, and in this directory I have created this file abc.txt. So I've given the full path of the file C demo abc.txt, and I have opened it in read mode. So f.name is giving me the name of the file with the complete path C/demo/abc.txt. Okay. F.mode is telling me that mode is R, it means read mode. File closed is false because I have not closed the file. Is it readable? True, because it is opened in read mode. Is it writable? False. Okay, because I have opened it in read mode only. I hope this is clear, class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to give full
Yes,
path
sir.
of the file. Yeah. So let's change the mode and then check. Suppose I am doing it R plus mode now. Now let's check. So you see in R plus mode, readable is also true and writable is also true. Okay. Readable is also true and writable is also true. And now suppose I am closing the file. Simply call f.close, no arguments. And now again I am checking if my file is closed or not. So now see file closed is equal to 2 because I have closed the file. So f.close function, we need to close the file. F.open function, we need to open the file. These are most common attributes of the file that you can access, and you can check whether your file is readable, writable, it is closed, what is the mode of the file, what is the name of the file. Okay. Now one thing that I was telling you about X mode, let's check, because this file already exists. Let's see what will happen if I try to open the file in the X mode. So here you get error. See here, as I have told you, whenever you will use the X mode and if file exists, what it will give? File exists error. So X mode is basically used to open a new file in write mode. Always remember that. It is used to open a new file in write mode. Okay, why new file in write mode? Because suppose if the file is already existing and you are opening the file, it means suppose I have created a file abc.txt and someone other has opened the file abc.txt using write mode, then he can modify it. Suppose I want that whatever I write in a file is never modified. No one other can access it. So what will I do? I will try to open the file in the X mode. So X mode means I will always open a file in I will not accidentally modify abc.txt file. If this file exists, it will not be opened. So every time a new file will be opened. So any existing file will be accidentally not modified. I hope it is clear, class. Why do we use X mode? So that any existing file is accidentally not modified. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So what we have seen till now, we have seen that how can we open a file? You have to get the complete path of the file and then the file opening mode, whatever mode you want to open. Then these are some popular attributes of the file. Then you can close the file. Okay. So file open and close. Now we'll try how to read from a file. I hope I have to remove some participant who have unmuted themselves, like Ashish Kumar Gupta.
Yes, sir.
Why your mic is not muted? This is first class. That's why I'm bearing it. Otherwise, you will disturb the class. I will.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Okay. So now we are going to read the same file. Now, what are the functions for read? Well, first let's see the functions. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we are going to read a file. Okay. First is f dot read. What it will do? Read complete file as a string. Okay, so it will treat complete file content as a one string and it will read it. Simple. F dot read. You have to write nothing, no argument passed. Okay, then f dot read n. Read first n characters or read n characters. Why? I will tell you why I have removed first. Read n characters. Okay, then we have f dot read line. Read current line. Okay, and f dot read lines. Read lines into a list. Okay, so we have got read two variations. If you write simply read, it will read complete file as a string. F dot read n, it will read first n character, read line, it will only read the correct line. Okay, read lines, it will read lines into a list. So let's see all these one by one. So first I will show you my abc.txt file. What is the content there? So this is the content. I'm sharing it. You can see it. Okay. Some more content I am writing here. Okay, save. Okay, so now we'll read this file. So first of all, print f dot read. Simple. Okay, X mode, read mode open. So this content, whatever was written in my file is displayed here. We have read this content. So this is one way you can write directly print f dot read, or you can take a variable. What you can do, you can take a variable. Suppose data is equal to f dot read, and then you can print data, and you can also print what is the type of data. Okay. So if you see carefully, type of data is what? What is written here? String. Type of data is string. So what we are doing here, we are reading the complete content of file as one string. So complete content of file is read as single string. Is this clear, class?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is a single string. So f dot read. So you can use either you can directly use it, or if you want to store it somewhere for further manipulation, you can take a variable and then you can store it in a variable. This was one f dot read. Fine. Now we'll see if I want to read. Say my content is this hello there. First 5 characters. Okay, let me remove this. First 5 characters is what? Hello. Got it? Class? This
Yes,
was
sir.
the first 5 characters. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose I've closed the file and then I want to read, then what will happen? I got an error. See here. F dot read. Good. Like this. So IO operation on close file. Value error. So you cannot perform any operation write or read on the close file. So if after closing the file you are trying to read, you will get IO operation. Otherwise, you can always read in a open file. You can always read in a open file. like this. Okay. So always remember f dot read is returning you a single string. So every operation that is possible on a string is possible on data variable. So because it is also a string. So f dot read is a data. It is returning a complete string. So when it is a complete string, then every operation of a string is possible. Fine. So now let's see. We have seen two variations of read. One is f dot read, where you can read the complete file, or you can mention the number of characters you want to read. So number of characters you want to read, you can mention. Fine. Now second was read line. Now see what read line does. I'm showing you the file once again. Just wait. Carefully see that file. abc.txt. See this file. How many lines are there? How many lines are there?
So 4.
तो फिर उसका बिजनेस थिकनेस अच्छा आता है
4 lines are there. Okay. Where was the file? This. Now what read line will do? Read line will read the current line. क्या read करेगा? Current line. What is the meaning of current line? Now remember. Suppose I have read this line. Then what is the current line? Class, what is the current line now?
So next line, second.
Next line. This is the Python system. If I have read this line, then PSIT.
Then PSIT can't.
If I have read this line, then MCA.
Then MCA one classes, sir.
So let's see what it prints. See here. What it has printed? Hello there. Okay. Now again I am calling the same. Now second line is what? This is Python system. Then again we got the third line.
So it's not visible.
Okay, just wait. I have not saved. Okay, now let's see. It is visible now, class.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now
Yes,
see,
sir. Very well.
I am calling read line. So it has read the first line. Only first line. Because when you open the file, cursor is at your first character. The first line it has read. I will again call read line. So since it has read the first line, it will read the second line now. So now it is reading the second line. Again, I will call it. It will read the third line. Third line it has read. Again, I will call it. It will read the fourth line. Is this clear? So if there are n number of lines, then you have to call read line n times in sequence to read the complete file. Is this clear, class? If there
Yes,
are 10 lines, then you will have to call read line function 10 times in sequence to read the complete file. How can we avoid this? Multiple writing. We can avoid this by using the function read lines. Now I'm going to use the function read lines. Okay. So one thing of more we can check here. We can again check what is the type of data. It will be string only. Quickly we'll check it. So type of data is still string. So remember, type of the value that is returned for function read is also a string. Type of value that is returned from function read line is also a string. Clear? Okay.
Sure.
Now we'll use the third function, that is read lines. So just one S here. And now everything is solved. See this. What I've told you, what read lines does, it will read every line and it will insert it into a string. So it will be basically a list of lines. It returns a list of lines. Okay. So let's print. See what you got. List of lines. First line, second line. Why slash n? Because enter has been pressed. Okay. First line, second line, third line, fourth line. It is list of lines. Fine. Now, since it is a list, then every possible operation of list can be performed here. So what I will do for more graceful type of message, what I will write for lines in data, print line. We got it one by one. Hello there, this is Python 7 PSID can't put like this. I hope this is clear. Class,
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yes, sir.
so we have seen all the read function. First one was read. It returns a string. It will read content of the complete file in a single string. Second is read line. It reads one line at a time, and it will always read the current line. Why I'm saying current line? Because after reading first line, it will go to the second line, then third, and then fourth, and so on. And last is read lines, which will read every line of a file, and it will append all lines of a file in a list. So it basically returns a list of lines. Clear? So these were various read functions. Now we'll see write functions. How do we write? Okay, so just wait. I'll show you write functions also. How to write in a particular file. So for writing a file, we have simple function, very simple function. So suppose I'm going to open a file in write mode. First of all, we need to open a file in write mode. So I will create a new file. It was ABC. Suppose I'm creating XYZ. Okay. So XYZ file is not there in my directory, but it will be created because write mode, what it does, if the file does not exist, it creates, and if the file exists, it overwrites. So first I am creating a new file, xyz.txt, and I'm going to open it in write mode. That is W. Fine. Then simple function f.write. Okay, f.write. What you want to write here? What you want to write here? I want to write a string here, f.write. So I will write here, hello there, /n. This is Python session, again /n, PSIT Kanpur. Okay, this. And then I'm going to close the file. And before that, I am checking whether my file is writable or not. Okay, so f.writable. Okay, and then I'm going to open. Okay, this will just print one. Let's see whether it works or not. Is writable is true, fine. So I will show you the file. Just wait. See, this xy.txt file is created. Okay, and here it is written. Hello there, this is Python session PSIT Kanpur. Is it visible, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This file was initially not there. Okay, like suppose, see, you can see the two files here. One is abc.txt, one is xyz.txt. Okay, now what I'm going to create a new file here. So for creating a new file, I will just change the file name, say sss.txt, and I will write again the same content in this file. I will change the file name in my code. The file name is not ss.txt, and I will write the same content in the file. I will run this code. Okay. So after running this code, you can see in my folder file ss.txt has been created. Okay. And now I will open it and you can see the content. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now this was one demo when we have created a new file. Suppose my file already exists, then what will happen? So suppose abc.txt file was there. Okay, and now I am trying to write on it. Like this, anything random. So what will happen? Since file is
Overwrite.
already existing, it will overwrite. Okay,
Overwrite.
let's check it out. So I've run file.demo and I will show you the abc.file. So see, this is overwritten now. Okay, this file is now overwritten. Okay. Fine. So in the same program, suppose I want to write a file also, I want to read a file also. So once I have closed the file, because since you have opened this file in the write mode, so before reading, you have to close the file and again you have to reopen this file in read mode. रावेन सारे काम अभी करने हैं कौन है क्या लोग लेक्चर में so suppose I am having this file ss.txt that I have created in the write mode. New file, let's create new.txt. Let's write something meaningful there. So this I have written, I have created a new file. Let me remove this, no use. And I have written some contents in that particular file. I have closed the file. Now I'm going to open the same file in read mode. I'm going to open the same file in read mode. Okay. Print this file readable. Okay. So I will check whether my file is readable or not. And here also I will check whether my file is readable or not. Okay. And if my file is readable, I will simply print the data. F.read. Okay, see the code. I am creating a new file. I am checking whether my file is readable. Then I am writing some content to the file. Then I have closed the file. Then again I have opened the file in read mode. Again I am checking whether it is readable or not. And then I am reading the data. Fine. So let's run this. To see it. So first is my file is readable is false. Why false? Because file has been opened initially in rewrite mode. Okay. Then I have written some content. And then I've closed the file. Then I've opened the file in read mode. So is readable is true. And then the content is printed. Okay. So in a single program, I have opened the file and I have read the file. Opened the file in write mode also and read mode also. So whenever you have opened the file in write mode, you have to close it before reading. And if you have opened the file in read mode, then you have to close it before writing. Is this clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now
Yes,
right,
sir.
you open the file in append mode. So what is the meaning of append mode? Where it will write?
At the end of the
At the end of the file.
Last.
End of the
At
last
the end
phase.
of the file. Okay. So let's change the content. Suppose DS session. Now let's see. So see, the content has been appended at the end of the file. New content has been appended at the end of the file. Clear? Hi there, this is DS session. Hello. So this new content is appended at the end of the file. Okay, and if you put a slash n over here, it will go to the next line. From again, now again this content will be appended. See this. So previously this was appended already, and now again this content has been appended at the end of the file. So append is very safe. Why safe? Because even if you want to write a file, you can open it in append mode so that the existing contents are not overwritten. Okay, so this is the append. Hope this is clear. Now let's
Yes, sir.
open it in R plus mode. Okay. So R plus mode, what I have told you, we can read and then we can write. We can read and then we can write. So print, I will check whether it is writable or not. Okay, then I have to read it to print f dot read. Let's open say ss.txt, and then I want to write f dot write is going to overwrite everything. And then let's see whether it will work or not. So let's close the file. So tell me what will be the output? What will happen to this file? Just try the code. Tell me. See, I have opened it in R plus mode. So R plus mode means I can read and then I can write. So first it will read and then it will write. So whatever it will write, whether it will be overwritten or not.
Sir, true. Then, sir, file content, then overwritten and close. Then again,
Okay.
sir,
Yes. So it will not overwrite. Why it will not overwrite? Because after reading, the cursor will be at the end of the file. ठीक है? जब आप read
Yes,
कर
sir.
लोगे तो cursor कहाँ पे होगा? At the end of the file. So it
And
will start
yes, sir.
writing from end of the file. Okay. So let's check this code.
Yes.
कहाँ आ गया? Writable की spelling गलत हो गई क्या? Yes. So readable is also true, writable is also true because it is R plus mode. Then I have read the complete file. So I've read the complete file till here. And then I have overwritten y underscore y oblique n. So this has been written at the end of the file. This has been written at the end of the file. Okay. And suppose if I do not put a close, then what happens? Whether it will read or not. I don't think it will read. But let's check. Okay, it is still reading. Fine. Okay, so I hope you have got it. Plus R plus mode,
Yes.
readable also, writable also. You
Yes.
can write and you can read. Is it clear?
Sir, what is the work of f dot close function, sir?
F dot close closes the file. Once you have closed the file, you can't do anything. See here. After closing the file, if I want to read, then I will get an error. So I'm getting an error, value error, IO operation on close file.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so to perform read or
Yes.
write on a file, you have to open it in read mode or write mode, and before closing it, you have to perform the operation. Once you have closed the file, then you are not able to do anything on that particular file. I hope class it is clear.
Okay.
R plus
Yes, sir.
mode. So similarly, we have
Yes.
W plus mode.
Yes, sir.
So let's see W plus mode also. So I can write and then I can read. So I will create a new file which is not existing. Suppose coe.txt, for example. And I will try to read. I will get nothing. So it's better I write first something. So I've written hello all, hello world. Then I will read the file. Then I will again write the file. Then I will again read the file. And finally I will close it. Okay. So I hope the file will contain hello all, hello world overwritten. Let's see. 21 counts are there. Something I have written wrong. Okay, I'm printing it. Sorry. So print C, we have dekh lo bhai yaar. In print, if you use fwrite function, it will return you number of characters written. So number of characters written here is 21. Hello all, hello world. Number of characters written here is 21. Okay. इसको हटा दे. F dot read. It is not reading anything. Why F dot write is there? F dot read is there. And write is there. And read is there. Let's see the files used or txt. लेक्चर में भी कर रहे हैं. So what is the file cdemo.txt? It's writable. I have written some content and it is reading it. So, just wait while not printing the content. It is in W plus mode. I have written these two words. Let me see the file. Show you the file. So this was the file we created. Here everything is written. Hello all, hello world. Overwritten, yes, no. Okay. Then why it is not printing here? Open, so writable, readable also, writable also. Then I've written hello all and hello world. Okay, fine. Okay, can anyone tell me why it is not reading anything? Class?
So you have printed f dot read.
Then see, I have created a file. Is this clear? What I have done? I have created a file. Okay, and in this file,
Yes, sir.
I have written hello all, hello world. Fine, and then I have
Yes,
written
sir.
overwritten. So three. Suppose I put a slash in. So 3 lines are there. Okay, so
Yes,
it
sir.
should read the 3 lines. See, I am showing you the file. The file name is coe.txt. I am showing you the file first. See the file. So this is the content of file. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello all, hello world overwritten. Is it visible? This is the content
No,
of the
sir,
file.
it's not visible.
Now it is visible. See, coe.txt. Visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the content in the file. Fine. So now what I am doing in my code, I am trying to read this. First I am reading after 2 lines, then I am reading after 3rd line. And I am trying to print my text, but nothing is getting printed here. What is the reason?
So file pointer last में है इसलिए शायद नहीं
Yes,
पता है.
good. So So see here, after writing file pointer is at last. Last का मतलब है कि कुछ नहीं. फिर हमने लिखा fill pointer last में. तो अगर मैं इसको हटा दूं, unnecessary हटाओ, इसको भी हटा देता हूँ अभी. I will tell you clearly. Now see, after writing what has happened? After writing what has happened in this file? This is the file. Txt are closed. Okay, wait. See, in this file, after writing file pointer is here. Here, you can see the cursor blinking.
Yes, sir.
So from here it is going to read nothing because nothing is there. So I will tell you a function that I was going to tell you after some time, but let me tell you for reading it. First, what I will write f dot seek 0. Now let's see, then I will give you detailed description of the function. Now see, I am able to read it. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Class? Okay. So now see, since I have introduced the seek function here, what is the use of seek function? Seek function is used to reposition the cursor. So once I have written 0, it means at the beginning I have repositioned. Okay, 0 means I have repositioned the cursor at the beginning, or I can reposition the cursor at a particular position. So that I will tell you how to do it. But till now, just for sake of explaining this W plus, so you can see that in W plus mode I can read and then I can I can write and then I can read also. So I hope it is clear, class.
Yes,
This
sir.
function I will tell you in detail later. Okay. Fine. So there is one more function of writing in the file. One more function is there. So that function is called write lines. That function is called write lines. So how do we write it? I am writing in read. Okay, let it be W plus mode only. Write line functions take input a list. क्या input देंगे इसमें? List of string. List of strings. So every line is an element of list. This is one line, second line, third line, fourth line, and so on. Fine. Let me change the name of file. So you can create a new file. So tt.txt. Okay, and then f dot seek, so that I can read from the beginning of that. So let's see. See, hi there, hello world, hello MCA1A. So it takes input list of line and it write it into the file. It takes input a list of line and then it write it into the file. If you want that every line should start from new line character, then you can have /n.
/n.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, like this. Hi there, hello world, hello MCA1A. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So this was all about file reading and file writing for text file. Fine. So before going on seek function, I will tell you how to read and write a binary file. Then we'll move to the text function. Okay. So there is no difference. I will just tell you the binary file opening modes quickly. So binary file opening modes are, see, text file opening modes for R, W, A, then R plus, W plus, a plus nx. If we want to open the file in binary file, if you want to open binary file, just what we have to do, we have to append a b here, rb, wb, ab, r plus b, w plus b, a plus b, and xb. Is this clear, class?
Yes, sir.
For opening a binary file, just append a b, and rest of all
Yes,
the
sir.
process is same. Okay, rest of all the process is same, so we are not going to discuss it. Everything is same there. Okay, so I hope file handling is quite clear.
Sir.
Now I will tell you two
Ji, sir.
important functions regarding file handling. One function is tell function, that will tell you current position of your cursor. Another function is seek function, which is used to reposition the cursor. Okay, so we'll starting with seek function.
The seek
Reposition.
function tells us what?
It repositions the cursor. Suppose your cursor is at last. Okay,
Yes,
you
sir.
want to place it at the beginning. You want to place it
Okay.
at 10th character from the beginning. You want to place it 10th character from the last. Okay, you want to place it second character from the beginning. So it is repositioning the cursor. अभी आपका cursor जहां भी current position से है वहां से उसको reposition करते हैं. Is this clear?
Yes,
It
sir.
used to
Yes, sir.
reposition. Like my cursor is blinking here, I want my cursor here. So it will reposition it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is the syntax of seek? So seek function is takes two arguments basically. How do we call it? We call it like f.seek. It takes two arguments. One is offset. It means where you want the cursor to be. Another is from, which is optional. Okay, offset and from. From is optional. You can provide value for from, or you can, if you do not want, you do not provide value for from. By default, it is beginning. By default, it is beginning. Okay. Now this argument, it takes three values. Okay. So from will take three values: 0 for beginning. Okay. Then it takes 1 for current position and 2 for end. Okay. Now if I write seek 4, 0, so it means fourth offset from beginning. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? Fourth offset
Offset from beginning.
object नहीं, offset, fourth position from
Offset.
beginning. Clear? If I write seek, for example 5, 2, it means fifth offset
Offset from
end.
2.
From end. 2 का मतलब क्या हुआ? End.
Sure.
Two
And
for
end.
end. Okay?
Last sir, yes sir.
And if I write seek, suppose 5, 1, then fifth
With
offset
offset
from
from
current position.
current.
From current position. Okay. So I will quickly create a file and then I will show you. Just wait. So f is equal to, suppose, open c/demo folder. File I am creating as demo.txt. And W plus mode, for example. So I can write and then I can read. F dot write lines I'm using. Okay. So hello. Lesson, comma, hello world slash n. So my file is containing two lines, hello there slash n, comma, hello world slash n. Okay. Now I'm using f.seek. So since right now, cursor is at the end of the file. So what I'm writing, 5,2. And print f.read, f.close. Let's see the output. Then I will explain. See demo demo.txt. Okay, it's w plus mode. So file must exist here. Okay, this colon I have forgotten. Right line. Right lines. So, okay. Can't do non-zero and relative seeks. Can't do non-zero and relative seeks. Non-zero and relative seeks. Okay. Zero position मतलब नहीं है. -6. One लिख देते हैं. Okay, see here. So first what I have written, f.seek 0. Okay. F.read. So when I have written f.seek 0, so what happened by default, it has repositioned the cursor at the beginning of the file. So when it has repositioned the cursor at the beginning of the file, then when I run, I got the complete file. Hello there, hello world. Okay. Hello there, hello world. Now what I want to do, I want to reposition the cursor. Suppose I have written 5 letters only, like this. Now see what has happened. I have repositioned the cursor at the beginning of file. I have written 5 letters only. So after writing 5 letters in my file, my cursor is here at hello. My cursor is at hello. Okay. Now what I will do, from this position, I will again reposition my cursor. So how many characters are there? See, THERE. So 5 character, 1 6 character, 1 new line, 7 characters. So I am again going to reposition my cursor. F.seek 7,1. And again I am going to read. इसको क्या समस्या हो गई? Okay. 1,7. 7 should be 0, 1 or 2. Okay. 7 position from current position. Why it is not taking f.seek 7,1? So let me check why it is not working. It is only working from 0. It is not working for 1 and 2. So just wait. Let me check for a minute the code why it is not working. Seven character or written 5 characters. 7 from 0 is okay. And not the current position of the cursor is 1. Now it should work. Let it be 0. And if I am opening, suppose this file in binary mode, then let's see what happens. The byte-like object is required, not str. Okay. So video file. Fine. The whole thing is that class, remember that while using seek, if we are using seek in the text file, okay, if we are using seek in the text file, then only cursor from beginning will be used. It means by default value will be 0 of the second argument. The second argument was from. So by default value will be 0. If you are using a binary file like a video file or image or something, then you can use 1 or 2 and negative offset. Is this clear, class? So if you are using text mode, just use 0 as a second option, which is not required, which is optional. You just give the number of characters you want to reposition your cursor. Is it clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in text mode, it's better if you have written a file that you want to read it. First, you reposition at the beginning. So it means we are repositioning at the beginning. We are repositioning at the beginning. Okay. And it means repositioning at 20th character from beginning. Okay. 20th character from beginning. If I write here 5, then what is the meaning of it, class? If I'm writing 5, then what is the meaning of it?
5th character from 0.
5th character from beginning. Okay.
Beginning. Yes. Yes, sir.
So this was all you need to know about file handling. One more important thing. Let me show you. Okay, so the with keyword or the with statement. So let's run this file first. So this was written in this file ss.txt. Okay, and here again I want to read this file. See here. See the with the statement first. With open c demo ss.txt, I have opened the file. I have not given any mode. It means it is opened in read mode by default. I have read the file, and out of this block, I'm again trying to read the files. I'm getting this error. IO operation on post file. So this is one format of opening a file in any mode. You want to open, you can open in any mode. In any mode. If you are opening the file in this mode, then every statement will come here, like print, you know, f dot name, everything, print f dot readable. And once you are outside the block, file is automatically closed. You do not need to call, need to call f dot close here. Once you are outside the with block, file is automatically closed. You do not, you do not need to close the file explicitly. What is the meaning of this? You do not need to write this operation. This operation is not required. So if you are opening a file using with a statement like with open c demo ss.txt r plus or any mode as f, okay, see this format. So if you are opening file in this format, you will write operation, every operation inside the block. Out of the block, you do not need to close the file. Your file will be automatically closed. Is this clear, class?
Yes, sir.
What is the use of with block? The file will be closed automatically. You do not need to write the function f dot close. Okay. So this was all about file handling. I hope what you have learned: opening file, reading file, writing a file, doing operations on a file. So I want you to try quickly a program. Yes, write a program to count number of lines, comma words, comma characters in a file. Okay.
Yes,
Write a
sir.
program
Yes, sir.
to count number of lines, words, character in a file. So try it quickly and share your screen once you have completed. All of you are having laptop, I hope right now. Yes.
Sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Try it quickly. Try it quickly. I'm sharing my screen also where read and write are there. So if you are confused in reading and writing, then you can. Where is file demo? Read कर दिया क्या मैंने सब? लो. So मैं यहाँ पे syntaxes लिख देता हूँ. F is equal to open, then file name, with path, comma mode यहाँ लिख दोगे. Mode. Then for reading you can use f dot read, or you can use f dot read lines. जो list of lines return करेगा. Write आपको करना ही है तो f dot write आप यूज कर लो. Simple. String slash and लगा के बस ये आपको लिस्ट रिटर्न कर रहा है, तो इस फंक्शन को यूज करना रीड लाइंस को. इट विल बी इजी. व्हाट इट विल रिटर्न? इट विल रिटर्न लिस्ट. सो लिस्ट में आप काउंट कर सकते हो कितने लाइंस है, लाइंस में कितने वर्ड है, कितने वर्ड में कितने कैरेक्टर है. ठीक है, तो ट्राई करो उसे. एंड आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू आफ्टर 5 मिनट्स. Ashish Kumar Gupta is here.